Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses to 35. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Bray. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's
breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Looking for blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking downfield on first down. The short hand, it's Larson. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Bray. Nice move there. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well give it to him again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking for a man, it's Allen. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Finding an escape route.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Just when they're looking run, now up top. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Texas!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 plays.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Allen. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Sends it back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
What a throw and catch, and I love that play call. When you're backed up in your own end, it's a great time to take a shot. You're expecting one-on-one coverage on the perimeter. QB found the matchup he wanted, threw it in rhythm. You just can't do it any better than that on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Larson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
At the 35, he's got room. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Stanford. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably... There he goes! The 50. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Larson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
He leaves it with the back. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Ellington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third down coming up after that completion. Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Allen. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he'll just get rid of that one.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He wants to change this route. They'll try to get it through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Converts on fourth down, still going. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Ellington. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Flips it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it, 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's great. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a...
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Oh, better look out! There he goes! The 40, the 30, he's at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
To the air, it's Allen. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. This dude is just... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll run it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
On fourth down, going to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. With the catch, it's Briggs. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Takes a handoff. It's Briggs. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield, it's Allen. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab down the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Terry. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The volley cheers going on high, and here pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Nope.
Oh, the hops. Leaps the man and still on his feet. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Allen. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
We'll take over first and 10.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Ellington. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ellington. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Gilbert. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by 11 to Northern Illinois. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab near the sticks, it's Ellington. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Larson. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Wants to throw on third. Caught near the sticks. It's Larson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. To the air on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Second down, he'll throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Runs through the tackle. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
To the air. It's Allen. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Finds space on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense not showing press coverage. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on it.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win.
Welcome to Denton, Texas, home to the North Texas Mean Green. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So North Texas offense will get the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons.